Let's talk about some things you should never do in your dynasty. So we spend so much time talking about the stuff you should do, how to recruit, how to do this. Well, let's go over some stuff that you should avoid that might ruin your dynasty, impact your dynasty, or just not best for business. Also, my ebook/membership has dropped. Grab it, man. First link down there in the description, man. It's officially out. So the ebook is going to be an online document. It's going to be a Google Doc that will continue to update all throughout the year, and it'll go into the next College Football 25. It's kind of a one-stop shop for everything Dynasty. So for all my Dynasty heads, man, it's just a place where you could get all the information. We have a Dynasty Challenge of the Week where we pretty much give you guys a challenge and give y'all a week to complete. Every Sunday, we'll drop a new challenge to keep Dynasty refreshing. We'll also have a brand new 32 user online dynasty that will start, and the winner of the league every single season getting at least $50. I might up it to 100. We'll see. So with the membership, you'll get the link to our Discord. It'll be a community Discord. Also, it'll be the Discord for the league that we're running. Then also you'll get the Google spread document, the thing I'm calling the actual ebook. So tap in. First link in the description. And with that being said, let's get into the actual video here, man. And the first thing I want to go over has to do with your roster. You never just want to start the highest overall, man, unless you just completely don't care. But you actually want to look at some of these guys' attributes, stats, and see how they actually play. And especially if you're playing the games, you want to start the guy that's going to best suit whatever type offense you're running, man. If you're a scrambling quarterback, if you like to scramble, get yourself a scrambling quarterback, someone that can move around a little bit. You don't want yourself a field general out there, man. So just don't always start the highest overall player. Actually look at these attributes. That's so important, especially with positions like O-line, D-line, man. And then I'll also say cornerback. These are super important positions because so many attributes that matters, man. So many attributes that matters. Like you got the pass block power, pass block finesse, and then you also got the same thing for the run block. All of these different things matter in a different way. So you really gotta be conscious because sometimes, and then also strength. Let me not forget that. That matters a lot, man. You gotta make sure you're not starting the guy out there with 70-something strength and you wonder why you can't run the ball. You know, you'll get guys in the 90 overalls. It's usually like them pass protectors, and their strength still be like 75, 80, you know, just on the lower side. Like a guy like this, he's out starting the right tackle, 83 strength. I would start him. Like his pass blocking ability is great, 98. His run blocking is terrible. If I care anything about running the ball, he is horrible. 60, 75 on the impact, 80. Like, you got to pay attention to these stats. Same thing for your D lineman, man. Don't just go start Joe Smo because he got the highest overall. You actually got to look at these guys' stats and realize who should actually start. In this case, for the right tackle, you probably want to start the backup here, Connor, because he's more balanced, higher strength. You're sacrificing some pass blocking, but you're gaining so much more run blocking. I don't get how these overalls are even close. Connor looks so much better in my opinion, so you just don't start guys off their just overall. You gotta look at the attributes. And then same thing with the D-line. Look at the attributes, see who's actually good, see who's actually got the speed for your D-ends, man. This is an amazing D-lineman right here, man. I believe he was a tight end that we moved over to D-line. That's another thing. You got to move guys to D-line to O-line. You got to move guys around during position changes, man. If y'all want to know all about that, grab the book. First link in that description, man. We're gonna plug it in here and there. But no, seriously, like this is a crazy D lineman, and 93 on the speed, 99 strength, the finesse, the power moves, the block shedding, 99 tackling, like crazy D lineman. Also cornerback. You gotta realize what type defense you're running. You know, if you're a man defense, you probably don't want a guy with 76 men playing you outside. Like, you probably just don't want that. So just be conscious. It also has to do with who you recruit. You got to recruit the right guys, but also then you got to start the right guys that actually fit the defense you want to play out there. And then on that same point, but a little bit different, you need to start the guys that play well. And when I say play well, like you may start this guy at quarterback. He's your highest overall. And when he gets out there, he puts up horrible stats. He might not play all that well in simulation when you're actually using him. You go with the backup, he plays way better. Go with the guy that plays better. In this game, it's a little bit weird at times, man. Sometimes a lower overall player just plays better. Sometimes a player with less attributes, with the worst attributes, play better. It is what it is, man. Sometimes it had to do with that trait. If you press triangle, y'all all should know at this point. But sometimes, especially for quarterback, quarterback, it has to do with this trait and what traits they do and do not have, causing them to make bad throws. Like, he's paranoid when it comes to that sense of pressure, so he might be throwing some Stevie Wonders when he got the smallest amount of pressure in the pocket. So just, start the guy that actually plays better for running back, man. You could get away with like a 75 overall running back leading your team in rushing with 1,000 yards. Like, a 75 overall could literally be the best running back in college football in this game, real life too. But in this game, it could happen. Same thing with wide receiver. You might have a guy that don't have the best attributes, but he play out his mind. So just start the guys that pit the best stats up. And if you have a guy that's not producing, simulation, and you're actually playing the games, bench him. Put another guy in, man. The next guy, you'll be surprised how good they'll actually play, man. I don't know about y'all, but I swear the backup quarterback always play like the rent is due. Next, when it comes to recruiting, just don't aimlessly recruit, man. Have some type of strategy. Whether you have an archetype you like, at this point, you should kind of have an idea of what archetypes are better than others. If you don't, link in the description. I got videos on the channel. Get with me on Discord. Send me a message. Anything. Just don't recruit random guys, man. Like, for example, hybrid safeties. At this point, we should all know about that, man. We should all know. Do not recruit the hybrid safeties unless you're going to move them over to cornerback. We have a 5-star hybrid safety interested in us, 2 of them. Guess what? They're going to play cornerback on my team. They're going to convert to that slot corner, and slot corners, the best corners in the game. So just have some type of mindset idea. And another easy one, man. O-lineman, interior O-line. You probably don't want to go with no pass protectors. That strength is going to be a little bit too low for the interior. Your tackles, if you want to go with pass protectors for your tackles, feel free. But you just got to know some of those things. Those will, I won't say ruin your dynasty, but when you're actually playing the games, it's not going to be fun. When your free safety is a hybrid and he don't ever develop past an 80 overall, that won't be fun, even though he's a 5-star. So this is some stuff you got to know. Next on my list, do not over-recruit players. Obviously, we're Georgia here. We're a top program. We're going to win a lot of recruitments. This applies to every single school, man. Especially if you're a small school, you're probably going after more 3-stars. 3-stars is so easy to get, man. You don't have to over-recruit them. You could sometimes put no hours into a 3-star. They could be a gem, and no one will ever go after them, man. There's just so many 3-stars in the game. So just don't over-recruit. Like a guy like this, we're putting in 50 hours. Notre Dame, the only school to offer the scholarship. He's a 5-star. Notre Dame don't even want him, man. You see, they're putting in no hours. We don't have to over-recruit them. We can put in less hours if we want to. We're, a top program. If we need to up the hours later, we can. But we don't have to over-recruit for a guy like this. Even if we wasn't Georgia and we was a smaller school, if I see this big of a lead, I might put hours elsewhere if I need to. If he's a 5-star, maybe I'll leave the hours in because I want to get the recruitment over with as fast as possible. Sometimes you just got to prioritize who you want, man. So, like I said, he's a hybrid safety here. I'm more willing to put hours somewhere else if I need to, just because I feel like as a recruitment, I'm going to win pretty easily. And when you go through your lineup, you'll see that some of these guys, like, they're just going to commit regardless, no matter what. No other school is going at them, especially with the 3-stars. You'll see with the 4-stars also. Don't over-recruit and go after multiple guys at once, man. Try your best to go after everyone. Next, don't be scared to look at this screen right here, man. This screen, it's not great, but it's pretty useful. The only thing, it don't account for bad players. It just does. It just wants you to have enough guys to get by, but it don't account for bad players. Like I said, we don't need a quarterback. None of our quarterbacks are good. We don't have a good quarterback. Literally, our highest overall quarterback is a 77 overall junior. We need a quarterback. So that's kind of my issue with it. Don't account for how good players actually are in your standard, but I'll just tell you what you need to get by. So don't be scared to use this screen, but also just keep in mind what you actually need. You should be looking at your roster and figuring out, okay, my cornerback room is bad. I need some guys. I need some guys. Look at this. I would say we need some cornerbacks. Our top 3 guys are graduating, and yeah, we need some cornerbacks. And the last thing I got for recruiting, I honestly believe this. You should never recruit under 3-stars unless you're doing some type of challenge, some type of bill, some type of restriction. It's no point to recruit a 2-star or 1-star player, man. It's just not really any point. It's so many 3-stars to get all throughout the year. You got so many 3-stars never sign with a team, and that's just not super realistic in real life, man. A lot of these 3-stars in real life, they're getting scooped up by whether it's some schools picking them up, man. Some schools, and a lot of it be D1 schools. 3 stars just disappearing because, you know, like I said, nobody picks them up. So, in my opinion, like, it's no reason for you to go after a 2 or a 1 star because you could just get a 3 star. And, you know, only situation I can see if you're at the end of the year and it's no more 3 star O lineman and D lineman, those are the positions that usually go the fastest. But other than that, you should really have no excuse for going after 2 stars unless it's some type of build. Never rely on this transfer portal, man. This is the most iffy thing in the game, man. Some years you'll have bunch of 4-star transfers interested in your program. We're at Georgia right now, so we have a lot of good players actually interested trying to come out to Georgia, but it's just so unreliable, man. Like, it's so unreliable unless you're a top school in the top location like Georgia, Texas, where you know a lot of guys are going to come back home, where a lot of prospects are coming out of. It's just tough. It's tough to rely on it, man. Then also when you factor in that these guys do not develop that first year training results, it don't work. I don't understand how it's still like that in this game. They had to make it like that on purpose. If you don't know, when a guy transfers to your school, they do not go up in overall during training results week. Makes no sense to me. Actually makes no sense. But like I said, just don't prioritize this transfer portal. My goal during the season is not to have to bring in any transfers. Any transfers I do get is a plus, but it's so unreliable. Even when you do get to this point and you have guys interested, it still feels random, man. You'll put everything into a guy, and it just seems like he automatically decided what school he's going to go to when he transferred, and you just was like trying to convince him otherwise. I don't rely on it at all, man. Next, let's talk about redshirting. I'm a heavy believer. You should redshirt every single freshman, unless that freshman is going to be a starter. But if he's going to be a backup, you know, play him for the 4 games, get your XP, but you should be redshirting every single one of these players, man. From my experience, I don't have facts on this yet. From my experience, when you redshirt a player, they get better player progression. This next part is a fact. When you redshirt and you get that 5th year out of them, they have a chance to get to a higher overall. That's just a fact right there. But like I said, I feel like you just get better player progression when you redshirt. After that redshirt year, they seem like they jump up higher in overall from my experience. And also, like I said, you just get an extra year. There's always going to be a situation you redshirt someone, they jump up to like a 90 overall, then they leave for the draft as, you know, a redshirt sophomore. You only get 2 years to actually play with them compared to if you play with them their freshman year. There's always that situation. That situation is just more rare. So I still believe even if that happens to you, you're still better off more times than not redshirting every single freshman. Like I said, unless that freshman is actually going to be a starter. But if he's going to be a backup, barely play, man, redshirt that, man. Never neglect your playbooks. They matter. They matter a lot, especially if you're doing simulation. Make sure you have a good playbook on, man. Constantly check these. Change them if they're not working. Having a good playbook is the difference between you making the playoffs, winning the championship, or you getting, you know, having a losing season. Difference between your quarterback winning the Heisman or having a losing season. So just make sure you have a solid playbook. If you want to know what playbooks are good, I'm working on it. I'm going to have it on the Google Doc, so tap in. I'm going to have a list of all the great playbooks and all the bad playbooks on the doc. Next, just don't aimlessly make your coach build, man. Have some type of rhyme or reason. Know what you want to do. Plan it out a little bit. Have some type of, like, just know. Just don't, oh, I'm going to do the little this, little that. No, have some type of idea what you're going to do with your coach build, because you can never go back on it, man. You can never go back. Coach build is super important in this game. This is one of my favorites. I don't think there's a one best coach build, or I do think it's a one best coach build, but so many good coach builds in this game. I just don't want you to randomly do it and mess it up, man. Have some type of strategy. Last thing, don't neglect your auto subs, man. I showed this recently. I'll show it again. These are my auto subs. These are good auto subs for running the ball. If y'all want good auto subs for passing, I could drop them also, but I love these for running the ball. I usually get 4+ running backs, at least 4 running backs getting carries with these auto subs, man. I also have 3 different running backs starting. I have one as my starting running back. I have another running back in my third down back, and I have another one as my receiving back. But literally, I have 4+ running backs getting carries. If you want one for passing the ball, I could drop that also, but don't neglect the auto subs. These are going to be for the defense. We got the D linemen subbing in and out. Really enjoy these auto subs a lot, man. Man, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. That's all I got for y'all today. Consider clicking that link down below. Join the online dynasty, man. A lot of y'all been talking crazy, saying y'all good at the game, all this, all that. I hear you. Join the online dynasty, win the $50. I might, like I said, I'm probably gonna make it 100. Join the online dynasty, giving out $50+ every single year. But we on to the next one.